Welcome back to Press Review. Let's start by taking a look at today's front pages in the Middle East. Lebanon's Daily Star reports that Speaker Nabih Berri has lashed out at the Association of Banks in Lebanon for observing a one-day strike in protest of proposed taxes, saying local banks make obscene profits from local clients. The paper also reports Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has called for legal guarantees of Ukraine's neutrality, underlining Moscow's determination to keep the neighbouring former Soviet republic out of NATO. Egypt Independent reports that Cairo Criminal Court has postponed the retrial of former President Hosni Mubarak, his two sons Alaa and Gamal Mubarak and other officials to 26th of April. The paper also reports that Turkish authorities defied court orders and reaffirmed a ban on YouTube, imposed after the posting of illicit recordings of top-secret security talks that were cited by Prime Minister Tayyip Erdogan as part of a dirty campaign to topple him. The UAE's Gulf News leads its front page reporting that Indians voted in the crucial third phase of national elections, with millions going to the polls in the heartland states that are essential to the main opposition. The paper also reports that London police arrested a fifth suspect in connection with the hammer attack on 3 Emirati sisters. Israel's Jerusalem Post leads reporting that Israeli and Palestinian officials did not reach an agreement during their fourth session in a week to find a way out of the current impasse in the talks. But sources familiar with their discussions said they did agree to continue meeting in the days ahead. It also reports that Bayit Yehudi leader Naftali Bennett warned Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that if a deal in which Israeli Arabs are released passes the cabinet, he would remove his party from the coalition. From Saudi Arabia, the Arab News reports that the Ministry of Health is weighing a proposal to consider health workers who die of the MERS virus as martyrs and to qualify for compensation like military and police officers killed in the line of duty. The paper also reports that 2 soldiers of the border guards were killed in the border area of Dahran al-Junub in the southern province of Asir. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East news from UK papers. The Telegraph leads its Middle East news reporting that an ear-splitting explosion overnight seemed to herald the moment when Palestinian residents of Jenin refugee camp decided that negotiations with Israel were not taking them on the path to peace. The paper says the blast was caused by a massively armed Israeli anti-terror unit blowing off the doors of the safe house where Hamza Abu al-Hejja, a wanted Hamas militant, has been tracked down after months of hiding in the densely populated West Bank camp. The Guardian leads reporting that Star Wars Episode 7 will recreate the desert planet of Tatooine among the sand dunes of Abu Dhabi, according to an unconfirmed report. The report suggests J.J. Abrams and his team will shoot for 4 weeks around the capital of the UAE. And the Independent reports that Labour Party leader Ed Miliband began a 3-day visit to Israel and the occupied West Bank by sidestepping tough questions from students at the Hebrew University in Jerusalem on the burning issue of the day, the breakdown of the Israeli-Palestinian peace process. The paper says perhaps anxious not to offend his hosts, the Labour leader chose to carefully avoid saying anything firm on the matter. Now we'll look at the top Middle East news in international papers. The New York Times leads its Middle East news saying prosecutors were unable to produce video footage that they say is the basis of their case against 3 journalists accused of conspiring to broadcast false reports about civil strife in Egypt. Instead, they showed a Cairo courtroom footage of family photographs, trotting horses and Somali refugees in Kenya. The paper says that the judge nonetheless rejected the journalists' appeals to be released on bail and returned them to jail until the next court session scheduled for April 22nd. And finally, China's Global Times leads its Middle East news, reporting that Social Affairs Minister Rashid Abbas said Lebanon will issue new policies to address the high influx of Syrian refugees to the country. After a meeting on Syrian refugees headed by Prime Minister Tamam Salam, Abbas said that the government is about to take clear positions on the issue of Syrian refugees in order to be able to face their plight. And for more updates, please visit levant.tv. Thanks for watching. Join us again on Monday. Bye for now.